Hey, you guys, I'm back for another clearing. There's so many positive comments in the clearing area. So if you haven't been to the channel, I'm slowly adding more and more clearings, and I'm trying to categorize them so they're easy to find. So read what people are saying, because there's some really amazing energy work that honestly you're doing. Okay. So when you read the comments, that work is, so I'm basically my SGs are basically helping you, into your body, I want to say, like, I always use the word, I keep using the word intuition because it's the most thing that I'm most comfortable using. But it's your ability to heal yourself type of thing. You know what I mean? So you are the powerful one here. This is kind of just holding space for you, this process. And you don't need to do anything. You just sit and relax. You can close your eyes. And if so what I usually do if you're new is I'm just going to say a quick prayer, and the my spirit guides, and I'll ask your spirit guides to do the same. And depending on what we're working on, I'll call in some others to help. And they'll just open up like this to the right, and I'll sit back. I'll be just as quiet as possible. Sometimes I clear my throat. I didn't realize how loud my microphone is. I'm just on my computer. So you might hear the cat every once in a while. She's talking or whatever. And now people are starting to say they hear things like at certain times in the video. And like there was one, I just did one on protection, and somebody said it was like 12:54 or something like that. Maybe look at 12 o'clock, 12 minutes. And she's like, there was this like gush of energy. And I'm like, it really was. Like, I don't, like people they'll see certain things or whatever. And I'm like, dang, because you hear them, but I'm not hearing them. So that's fascinating. It really was. It went like, whoosh. I mean, it was just, and there was like nothing, there wasn't anything here. I did do one for migraines actually, and it was raining the whole time. Actually, I should just I'll have the SGs give you a hug while I'm talking to you. Hey, can you guys give anyone who's visiting here a hug? I already said the prayer for the day. I really only do it once, but I will say it one more time before we do the clearing. So anyways, I did a clearing on migraines, and it was just lightly raining outside, and I had the window open, and it was just very relaxing and calming. So if you ever get migraines, it doesn't always work on me, although they go away faster, I think. So it's not like they're just going to like suddenly go away. It really just depends on how open you are to it, how often you come back, how much clearing you have to do. So it's kind of like clearing an onion. If you have layers and layers, and today we're working on trauma. I should have said that right in the beginning. But hopefully you saw that in the description or in the title. So we're working on trauma today, but there's layers and layers and layers to trauma. And so, because that's just what we get to look forward to as human beings. And, so it just depends on, how many layers you need to work on until you start to feel a little bit of relief. So, can you guys feel the hug right now? That's a wide one. They're giving you a wide hug. See, because we're talking about trauma. And they know this is such a hard time right now. I am recording this on November 10th, 2024. So it is less than a week from the 2024 presidential election results. So they know that everybody's they've got our backs though. They've got our backs. Okay, so we're going to work on trauma today. There was one other thing I was going to mention while you're getting your hug. Oh, I wouldn't recommend, come back daily if you can do clearings anytime on different topics. There's one for protection right now. I got one for anxiety, and I can't remember all of them. Yeah, I can't remember them right now. They're in categories. But I wouldn't recommend more than one a day unless you are a glutton for punishment. Because, if you could get a little, most people start to feel calm. Like I all of a sudden, like a couple hours later, I'll be like quite calm, and I'm like, why am I so calm? And I'm like, oh yeah, I did a reading. But sometimes it can feel agitating, depending on what comes it's almost like stuff coming out of your skin. It just depends on what comes up. Sometimes it can feel agitating. Everybody's going to respond differently. So not, just be gentle with yourself. One of the things you can do if you have, oh geez, what's that? Epsom salt. Because Epsom salt, if you can take a bath with Epsom salt, I do that often if I'm sore from the gym, or because that's magnesium and it absorbs through your skin, and that's a great thing to do after an energy healing, any kind of energy work, Reiki or anything like that. Okay, so it's 6 minutes in, and so we'll get started. Okay, all right. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. And when I say channel, it just occurred to me, I'm not meaning my YouTube channel. I'm meaning like this channel, It's funny. It just occurred to me that I wonder if people have thought that every time I've said it. All right. So you guys, hello. So that's their way of saying hello, and this is a round tube, so I'm not moving anything. Every once in a while I'll jerk, or I might have to do this with my fingers. Don't worry, they know where their position was. Or if I get an itch that I can't not let go. So could you please call upon all of the spirit guides who, for each of whoever is visiting this video, can you please call upon their spirit guides, because they kind of know you guys, they know who's going to show up here. And we would like to work on trauma. So trauma that we experience in this lifetime, in past lifetimes, anything that's causing us grief, health issues from trauma, psychological issues from trauma, relationship issues from trauma, money issues from trauma, right, you guys? I'm sure you're like, say this too. So I'll just say any kind of issues we might be experiencing in our lives that is related to any kind of trauma that we've experienced. We would like to ask for a gentle and kind and compassionate clearing. So we're not looking, for anything too harsh, but to really help us let go and help us to just make this human experience as peaceful and joyful and relaxing as possible. So the more we can kind of let go, help us just kind of release as much of the trauma in, at the layers of trauma, the next layer of trauma that you can, that would be amazing. See, they just keep talking. They're like, yes, okay, yep. And are there any ascended masters or unknown angels or archangels that you can call in for this as well? We already have the God consciousness here, because I always ask for the God consciousness. Okay, so please call any of those in as well. Any of any friend that can help us would be amazing. I just want to include PTSD for, I guess I'm going down a rabbit hole if I start listing things. Just because I don't want anybody to feel like whatever you might call what trauma you've experienced is not listed. So really just stuff, they know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. It's probably not best for me to list off a whole bunch of different traumas. That's not very relaxing, is it? Okay. Okay. No, they're agreeing. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to sit back, and it just depends on how long it takes. It usually doesn't take more than 5 minutes. Sometimes it can take a little longer, depending on how deep things are. I would guess trauma might last a little longer, but all right, here we go. So just relax. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That was a little longer, wasn't it? I almost fell asleep. I mean, I kept wanting to like close my eyes. All right. Okay, one day at a time. Hopefully you got a little relief from that, or you'll start to feel it. And we'll see you in the next video. So if you have any suggestions for clearings, let us know. We're keeping a list and we'll just keep chipping away at them. So, all right, have a good one. Bye-bye.